WKBN's high school football coverage continues as we're joined by John Pascarella of Struthers. Coach, you've been on the Wildcats staff for over a decade. How has it been different this offseason, being you're the one who's in charge of the program?
You just don't realize how many things there are behind the scenes that that you're always responsible for. So kudos to all the guys that have done it before us. And being an assistant, you got to do football. That was it. You showed up. It was football, and now being the head coach, there's just a lot. But thank God I got a great support staff with our admin and just our community. So they've really made it a pretty smooth transition so far.
Looking to replace many starters from last year's 9-win team, but you have back 13 seniors, 13 letter winners back in the mix. How does that make things easier, having guys who are familiar with the way things are done?
Well, you know what? We're a little inexperienced this year, but that's the thing that those guys got to watch from those 22 seniors that we had last year. So they got to kind of see how it was done the right way. And now that, they're being called to step in, hopefully that transition is pretty smooth. And so far it's been a great summer. And, a lot of guys are stepping up that we were really counting on.
Offensively, Ashton is a signal caller, Braylon Myers anchoring the line, capable guys in the backfield as well as on the outside. What gives you the most confidence about that unit?
Our athletes, we basically lost our whole line. Bray Myers is the only one coming back with a lot of playing experience and was a starter for us. Nico Calibret and a couple older guys are going to step in for us and have, really be doing great. But utilizing our athletes this year is going to be something kind of different with Anthony Pastella, Aiden Nicholas, and then I got 3 running backs in the backfield that, we're really excited about with Ty Price, Tyler Cole, and Gianni Stewart, just to get them the ball as many ways as we can. Got to get creative and hopefully we can have some fun with it.
Last year's defense held 9 opponents to 2 touchdowns or less. That is quite a feat.
Yeah.
This year's group doesn't have that many of the same players back, but they do have potential of being special as well. Talk about that side of the ball.
It's the same 3 names that you're going to hear a lot: Bray Myers, Anthony Pastel, and Aiden Nicholas. They're returning both, on both sides of the ball. But when you hear Struthers football, you kind of know what you're getting, especially when it comes to the defense side of the ball. Whether you're 10-0 or 0-10, you played Struthers after a game. And that's the mentality that we're keeping. A lot of guys are just flying around. And once again, we're probably going to go with more of a 3-man front because we're going to use our athletes. So, a lot of guys have been having a great summer, and, it's going to look a little different, but hopefully it's the same that, you're going to get hit when you play Struthers.
From now up until the beginning of the season, the 3rd week of August, what do you hope to see the team accomplish between now and then?
Just to see them come together. It's basically a brand new coaching staff with a new offense and a new defense. The kids have been playing together since they were 6 years old with the little hard hats and Wildcats. So just watching them come together as a team and watching some of these guys just step into roles that they probably never imagined themselves being in. We've already seen a couple players really step up, especially being Bray Myers, but more and more guys are starting to step up, and, we're really excited about that. And, like I said, just take it one day at a time and just hope for something good to happen.